Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Exalted One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Venerable says, nuns, friends in the Dhamma, now we are coming to the conclusion of the monastic retreat 2023 conducted by the West Virginia Meditation Society. Today is the final day of the retreat. Here, we hope to continue our walk-in meditation session. Here, we practice walk-in meditation from the beginning to end. We start walk-in meditation here as a concentration meditation technique based on mindfulness, and end of this session we hope to practice insight meditation in several ways according to what the Blessed One explained. Walk-in meditation belongs to the Kayanupassana Bhavana according to the great discourse of mindfulness Mahasatipatthana Sutta, which comes in the Digha Nikaya. Buddha's main purpose was to point out the way how to overcome suffering. Buddha explains very clearly, suffering arises because of ignorance. Ignorance or avidya means not knowing of the suffering, arising and cessation of suffering. With details, unknowing the Four Noble Truths, unknowing the Four Noble Truths, Dukkha, Samudaya, Nirodha, Magga. Suffering based on five aggregates. Because of non-knowing of five aggregates, suffering arises. Understanding the five aggregates helps us to overcome the suffering or the samsaric circle. Every moment, five aggregates arise. In the primary level, in the vipaka level, the five aggregates are neither wholesome nor unwholesome. That is neither pleasant nor unpleasant. It is neutral. Because of our ignorance, we take these pure five aggregates with ignorance as me, as myself. That is the cause of suffering. As the result of this ignorance, suffering arises. We are in the samsaric circle. Because of ignorance, mental formations arise, and consciousness arises, and finally, jati paccaya jara maranam, because of jati or birth based on bhava, the process of becoming, all the sufferings arise in our life. This is the nature of non-knowing of the suffering, ignorance. If we can understand this reality, we can overcome the samsaric circle by developing wisdom according to the Buddha's message. If we can understand this reality, we can realize the nature of the five aggregates. In order to understand the five aggregates, the Buddha has explained the path. The path is very clear, which is mindfulness. Mindfulness in Buddhism is divided into four. Kayanupassana, the contemplation of body. Vedanupassana, the contemplation of feeling. Chittanupassana, the contemplation of consciousness. And Dhammanupassana, the contemplation of phenomena. These four mindfulnesses focus on understanding the five aggregates. When we practice Kayanupassana or the contemplation of body, that helps us to understand the physical body or the form, the aggregate of form. Practicing the contemplation of feeling, Vedanupassana, helps us to understand feelings, Vedana, or the aggregate of feeling. Practicing consciousness or the contemplation of consciousness, Chittanupassana, helps us to understand the Vijnana or consciousness, the aggregate of consciousness. Practicing Dhammanupassana, the contemplation of phenomena, helps us to understand Sanya Sankhara or perception and mental formations. This is the main schedule of practicing fourfold mindfulnesses explained by the Supreme Buddha. When we practice Kayanupassana or the contemplation of body, that helps us to realize the body, physical body, or the material world. Here, in walking meditation, we practice mindful walking. When we walk, we are aware of that now I am walking. Here we keep our mind in the present moment with our body posture, which is walking. Gacchanto va gacchāmīti bhajanāti. We walk slowly, mindfully, and silently. We mostly practice mindfulness here. We are fully aware of our body posture that we are performing at this moment. Venerable Sirs, nuns, friends in the Dhamma, now we are going to practice walking meditation. Please get ready for that. Please stand up slowly and mindfully. And first of all, please select a place to practice your walking meditation, the walking path. Now you are in a corner of the path. Okay, please be aware of your body posture that you are standing here. Keep your eyes to the down gently and mindfully. Now I am going to practice mindful walking. Slowly and mindfully, I am going to walk. We start with right leg, then left leg. Gradually, slowly, mindfully walk. Keeping our mind in our body at the present moment. Walking, 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 step in right, step in left, step in right, step in left, step in right, step in left, I am walking slowly and mindfully. I keep every step slowly and mindfully with the full awareness of my body. Right leg lifting, moving, keeping. Left leg lifting, moving, keeping. Right leg lifting, moving, keeping. Left leg lifting, moving, keeping. Walking, walking, walking. Now I have come to the corner of the walking path. I slowly, mindfully stop here. Stop in, stop in, stop in. Turn in, turn in, turn in, stop in, stop in, stop in. Again, I start to walk mindfully and slowly. I keep my body straight and relaxed. Keeping my hands in front of the lap together, I walk slowly and mindfully. Walking, walking, walking. Step in, right, step in, left, step in, right, step in, left, step in, right, step in, left, right leg, lifting, moving, keeping. Left leg, lifting, moving, keeping. Right leg, lifting, moving, keeping. Left leg, lifting, moving, keeping. With the awareness of my physical body and posture, walking, keeping my attention in the present moment, I walk slowly and mindfully. Walking, walking, walking. I am full aware of my body posture, walking, and my body. This body arises because of food or nutrition that I take daily. Because of food, this body arises. As the result of the cessation of food or nutrition, this body also ceases. Ahara samudaya, rupa samudayo, ahara nirodha, rupa nirodho. Every moment, this body arises and ceases. That is the nature of this physical body. This is not a particular person. This is just a process of cause and effect, causality. When causes are together, the result happens, arises. As the result of the cessation of causes, the body or the result also ceases. It happens every moment. This body is not just a particular person. This is not me. This is not this is not myself. This is just a result of some causes. Others' bodies are also like that. Their bodies also arise and cease as the result of cause and effects. Arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing. Every moment, this body arises and ceases. Everything is impermanent. The present moment didn't come to the present from the past. This present moment as it is will not go to future from the present. It arises and ceases at the moment. Ahutva sambhutang hutva nabhavisyati. Not being occurred comes to occurrence. Being occurred will not go to occurrence. This is the nature of my entire body and mind. This is the nature of my all senses and external objects. This is the nature of all the elements, 18 elements. This is the nature of Nama and Rupa, mentality and corporeality. Everything is impermanent. Everything arises and ceases at the moment. Everything arises and ceases at the moment. The nature of everything is that ahutva sambhutang hutva nabhavisyati. Not being occurred comes to occurrence. Being occurred will not go to occurrence. Anityai, anityai, anityai. With the awareness of this impermanence, I walk slowly and mindfully. अनित्यයි 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 impermanence 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 Now I have come to the end of the walking path. Slowly and mindfully I stop here. Stop in, stop in, stop in. Turn in, turn in, turn in. Stop in, stop in, stop in. Stand in, stand in, stand in. Again I walk. Slowly and mindfully I walk silently. I keep my full attention in my body posture, walking at the present moment. Walking, walking, walking. When my mind gains concentration in my body as a concentration meditation technique, I am going to practice insight meditation, Vipassana Bhavana. My entire life is that 5 aggregates. Every moment, 5 aggregates. Rupa, form, Vedana, feeling, Sanya, perception, Sankhara, mental formations, and Vijnana, consciousness. These 5 things every moment arise as the result of arising some causes, and also they immediately cease as the result of the cessation of causes and conditions. Arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing. Rupang anicchang. Form is impermanent. Vedana anicca. Feelings are impermanent. Sanya anicca. Perception is impermanent. Sankhara anicca. Mental formations are impermanent. Vijnanam aniccham. Consciousness is impermanent. Sabbang aniccham. Everything is impermanent. Sabbang ahutva sambhutang hutva nabhavisati. The nature of everything is that not being occurred comes to occurrence. Being occurred will not go to occurrence. This is the nature of everything. All the five aggregates are like that. All the elements, 18 elements are also like that. Nama Rupa, mentality and corporeality are also impermanent. Internal senses, Ajjata Ayatana, also like that. Internal senses are impermanent. External objects, Bahira Arammana, they are also impermanent. They arise at the moment, they immediately cease at the moment. Sabbang ahutva sambhutang hutva nabhavisati. The nature of everything is that not being occurred comes to occurrence. Being occurred will not go to occurrence. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Now I have come to the end of the walking path. I stop slowly and mindfully. Stopping, stopping, stopping. Turning, 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 stopping, stopping, stopping. Standing, standing, standing. I am fully aware of my body posture, that I am standing here. And I walk slowly and mindfully, keeping my attention in my physical body at the present moment. I completely keep my attention in the present moment. Walking, walking, walking. My entire life is the present moment. That present moment consists with five things, five aggregates. Rupa, form, Vedana, feeling, Sanya, perception, Sankhara, mental formations, and Vijnana, consciousness. These five things every moment arise together. They immediately cease together. Without arising and ceasing of these five aggregates, there is nothing in my life. My entire life is these five aggregates. They arise with the rising of conditions and causes. They immediately cease as the result of cessation of conditions and causes. Arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing, arising, ceasing. Now I am going to the end of practicing walk in meditation. While I was walking, I practiced Samatha Bhavana, the contemplation of my body posture, walking. And also, when mind gained concentration, I practice insight meditation too, Vipassana Bhavana. Even though I am going to end practicing this meditation on the walking path, I always try to practice this meditation technique when I walk in my day-to-day life. I walk every moment with the awareness of my body posture, and also as much as I can, I reflect on impermanence as the insight meditation, Vipassana Bhavana. My entire success of the spiritual life is that releasing from ignorance. Releasing from ignorance depends on the duration of reflecting on impermanence. Therefore, I always keep my attention in the impermanence of five aggregates. Every moment, these five aggregates arise and cease. The nature of that is not being occurred comes to occurrence. Being occurred will not go to occurrence. Ahutva sambhutam hutva nabhavisyati. This is the golden sentence uttered by the exalted one, the Supreme Buddha, my spiritual teacher. I keep my full attention in this explanation, the sentence, Ahutva sambhutam hutva nabhavisyati. Whenever I reflect on this reality, my mind has released from the outside material world. At the same time, my mind has ceased from my inner mental formations too. At the same time, I have released from entire world, from Namarupa, mentality and corporeality. This is the highest bliss of my spiritual life. Anicca sankhara uppada vaya dhammino uppajjitva nirujjanti te sangvopa samosukho. Arising and ceasing of the nature of everything. If a person can realize this arising and ceasing, this is the bliss of our spiritual life. I try to keep my attention in this reality as much as I can, maximally. Anityai, 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 dukkhayi, 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 anattayi, anattayi, anattayi. Sabbe sankhara anicchati yada paññāya passati atha nibbindati dukke esa maggo visuddhiya. All conditioned things are impermanent. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe sankhara dukkati yada paññāya passati atha nibbindati dukke esa maggo visuddhiya. All conditioned things are dissatisfactory. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe dhamma anattati yada paññāya passati अत निर्विन्दति दुःखे एष मग्गो विशुद्धिया. All phenomena are selfless. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.